Over the last many years, Congresswoman Ilhan Omar from Minnesota has made vile, anti-Semitic, anti-American, anti-everything remarks. She reportedly has ties to Hamas. She married her brother to get immigration status, to get a green card, to become a citizen. She reportedly committed tax fraud and also misused funds, elected funds, campaign funds with regard to her lover, okay, whatever that may be at this point. She's obviously been around. But after the death of Charlie Kirk, she one-upped her despicable conduct and attacked not just him, but attacked conservatives, Judeo-Christian people of faith, and others with vile rhetoric, hateful rhetoric, calculated to cause injury or death. Congresswoman Nancy Mace, who is the most courageous person in Congress, I know Nancy, she actually does what she says. She's unafraid. She's gotten a lot of death threats herself lately. She's been on TV talking about that, has pushed to have Ilhan Omar removed from congressional committees in the House of Representatives. That's a good start. But more needs to be done, and I've let Nancy know that as well. Years ago, in 2019, on behalf of Freedom Watch, I filed a petition with the Immigration and Naturalization Service, which was then under the arm of the Department of Homeland Security, asking for an investigation to confirm that Ilhan Omar had married her brother and committed immigration fraud and other types of fraud. That petition sits there to this day. It was actually filed at the end of the Trump administration, but many in that administration either overlooked it or didn't want to do anything because, frankly, Ilhan Omar was a great foil. It was a great person to attack to show just how vile these people are. And I might add that most Muslims are good people. This person's not. She has terrorist ties. She is hateful, and she is a criminal. So I'm going to push to have this petition come into effect, to have the Department of Homeland Security conduct an investigation with the ultimate goal of not just criminal prosecution of Ilhan Omar for her fraud, but also deportation. She should be sent back to Somalia, where she comes from. She obviously hates this country. She's able to continue to be reelected because she's in a district that was packed by Barack Obama, frankly, who also hates this country, along with his wife, Michelle, because they think that we are persecuting blacks, Muslims, and everybody else, when in fact, they're persecuting us. They're the ones who are the racists, not us. But this woman needs to be gone peacefully and legally to set an example for others in this country, whether it's AOC, whether it's others up there on Capitol Hill, or those in other walks of life who are seeking to incite violence and hate against we conservatives, people of faith, and others. We need to rise up. I need your support. Please contribute to our cause with tax-deductible contributions. I may have to go up to the District of Columbia Circuit and seek a writ of mandamus here if we can't get the Trump administration to act. And I know that the president will probably favor this. I don't think he knows that this petition was sitting in the files of Department of Homeland Security all these years. But people in and around him, he's got a great cabinet now, he's got great staff, but in those days, he had people, frankly, that stabbed him in the back. Well, we at Freedom Watch are here for President Trump, and we're here for the American people. They're one and the same. Our interests are synonymous, and we need your help. And I have to commend Representative Nancy Mace for her courage. Again, she's the one person in Congress who's willing to stick her neck out and willing to do what she says she's going to do. The rest of them sliver around like snakes, trying to get reelected, raising money, accomplishing little to nothing. And that's why Ilhan Omar is still a member of Congress. Well, I got news for Ilhan Omar. You're not going to be a member of Congress, and you're not going to be a citizen of the United States. You're going to go back to where you belong, which is Somalia. That's my message for today. Join our Justice League at freedomwatchusa.org And please contribute to our cause. We need it badly. We need the funds to do our job, to be your Justice Department, complementary to the Trump Justice Department. We can do things that the Trump Justice Department cannot do, such as citizens' grand juries and citizens' trials under the laws of nature, and nature's God. We are not bound by the law of man. We are bound by the 10 Commandments, and we are bound by the Father and the Son. God bless you. God bless America. God save America. Remember, the Father and Son will only help us if we help ourselves. Thank you for listening to me. I'll be back tomorrow with another special podcast of Special Prosecutor with Larry Klayman.